And so please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
Well, like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring
Oh wow, you really have to come in here?
like this guy.
Is this
No,
is this really happening? He met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
no,
fair.
but you're more in the category like Buffett, Arnold, okay?
My man. Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay. Hey.
Aesthetic. That's great, partner. You two ever go out place everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go. We head to Kroger's, and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God. And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes. You
Okay,
gotta
so
have the eyes.
can you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
How
I
do you do it?
mean,
Teach
the
me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you gotta get the smile going on some shoes, but.
Wait, hold up. I gotta
when
try
it's
this
time,
with
when
you.
it's
Hold
time to
on.
laugh,
I gotta try this
you gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny and start laughing.
Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
Just a sexy eye right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
Each words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I hope you guys are all enjoying your hump day. It is Wednesday, y'all. Wednesday, June 23rd of these 2021s, okay? Hopefully you guys are all enjoying your day. Hopefully it's all amazing for y'all. Hopefully you guys are kicking the world in the D. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing what you do. Keep being amazing. You know what I'm saying? Keep shining. Knowing you can always count on me. You know what I'm saying? We're going into that today. Because today is not my birthday. I was, made it sound like I try to make it sound like it was my birthday, you know what I'm saying? But it really isn't. Not yet. Tomorrow is, though. Tomorrow is my birthday. So, reasons to celebrate early. I'm going to celebrate early. Except I have one of the longest days in my life today. But I'm excited. Hopefully ends up being a very big birthday gift to me for all of my hard work. Fingers crossed. All the fingers and toes crossed. Okay? And legs crossed. You know what I'm saying? Keep it classy out there, guys. So I'm very excited, about this day. Hopefully you guys are all having a positive one. We started off late. I'm sorry, guys. It's been a long week of a lot of prepping for some very important things that have led up to today. So, yeah. And yes, I got pants on. Like I said, you know what I mean? I don't understand why people say I don't got pants on. I got pants on, y'all. I got pants on. Pants.
We don't believe you.
Facts. I got pants, dagnabbit. So hopefully you guys are enjoying yourself. Finally, I showed you proof positive that I got pants on. Oh, my dear God. Anyway, this is hilarious. Like, I will never be that guy that goes viral because he's wearing a suit up top and boxers on the bottom. I will never be that dude. Like, not never. Okay? I will always come correct because you never know. You never know what would be needed. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. Come on now. You better ask somebody. Anyway. Hopefully you guys are all doing well, enjoying your Wednesday. It's a wonderful Wednesday. We do have some sad stories to talk about today. Yes, I know I don't want to talk about this sad-ish either, but we got to because it is something that has been popping off overnight. One of our main top stories or, our cover story of the day. We have to talk about it for sure. It is heart-wrenching. I'm sorry for us going down that route, but we have to today because it's different. And I'll explain why later. Anyway, before we jump into our top story of the day, the fellas are in the house. Hey, the fellas are in the house. What's up? What gwine? T and David, what's up?
What's up? Good morning, everybody. Chuck Diesel has made me hungry right now. Talking about fish and grits in the chat. So, only I can wish I had some right now. But good morning, Pascal and Pascal family. It's all good over here. The weather has changed. I have a hoodie on today. It was yesterday 95 degrees. Now it's like 75. So welcome to America. I don't know. That's what it is.
Yeah. And they say global warming doesn't exist. But it most definitely does. I'll say this, though. Enjoy it while you can because it's going to be hot as a mug for like the rest, all of July, all of August. You know what I'm saying? Because it is kind of chilly over here too. But I'll say this. God's doing this for me. So I can keep rocking these suits. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you know what? Actually, no. Keep rocking the suits. We're gonna change the climate a little bit for you. Okay?
Wow.
So you just stay cool. So you ain't sweating your balls off.
God's favorite, right?
Yeah, I mean, come on, always. Always. I mean, are we missing something here? I thought this was the whole purpose of this show, for you guys all to know who I really am.
Let's just share this over here for me and David as well.
You know what I'm saying? I run this town. You understand? I run this town. Anyway, David, how are you doing? You haven't said anything.
Man. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty good. Just been busy the past few days, really. So I'm already ready for the weekend, but you know how it goes.
I feel you. Yeah, there's only 2 more days. The weekend starts tomorrow after the show for y'all, because there won't be a show on Friday, right?
All right.
That's good because I'm like 2 weeks behind, and I need to catch up within the next week if I want to make the right amount of money, like I usually do.
Yes. So, good morning to everybody who is tuning in. I'm glad that you are, David, I'm glad you are looking forward to the weekend like I am. I'm definitely looking forward to the weekend. Tomorrow's show is my birthday show. We're going to be having a good time, hanging out. We're going to be doing a hangout, really. Yeah, there might be some topics that we're going to talk about, but we're going to be doing more of a hangout, do some phone calls, reminisce, do a little trip down memory lane, look at some funny moments, look at some skits, look at some great interviews we've had, so on and so forth. It's going to be a nice big old smattering of a bunch of different things. We're going to have a good time tomorrow. Lots of music, lots of laughter, and we're just going to celebrate life, okay? That's what I'm planning on doing. And I want to get phone calls. You know what I mean? I want to talk to y'all tomorrow. So phone lines will be open tomorrow and all that. We're going to be chopping it up. It's going to be fun because tomorrow is my birthday. Edward Green. Tomorrow is my birthday. Okay? So I'm very, very excited. Okay? Yeah, I'm very, very excited about tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to some time off, which will be very, very nice as well. Hopefully all this hard work is paying off, right? Fingers crossed. But anyway, unfortunately, we got to go straight into the top story of the day. There is something that just recently happened at a Juneteenth parade, and it is really it's really sad. I'll be really honest. It is a heart-wrenching story, and what we see in this footage is just it's really sad. As I said, our top story, our cover story of the day: a cop breaks down after fatally shooting a black woman at a Michigan Juneteenth parade. All right. A dramatic video, and we do have the footage, and we are going to be looking at it. OK, so viewer discretion is advised as always. OK, a dramatic video shows the moment a Michigan cop shoots and kills a 19-year-old woman at a Juneteenth parade and then crumples to the ground in tears. Authorities said the woman, Brianna Sykes, drove up to the cop who was on traffic duty during the Flint parade on Saturday and fired at the officer. The unnamed officer is seen on the footage yelling for Sykes to drop the weapon before he fires into the car. Police try to revive Sykes at the scene to no avail, and the sobbing officer is seen falling to the ground in anguish. Sykes was taken to a local hospital and pronounced dead, authorities said. I kind of feel like him dropping, it was the devastation of the whole situation. One of the eyewitnesses told the station, I feel like the officer was doing his job. He had a life to protect, not only his, but we had a parade full of kids. All right. So there is this, excuse me. There is this video that's being shared, that's going around. We are going to take a look at this. But this is, of course, from the Citizen Reporter. They say a 19-year-old woman was driving the vehicle seen in this video. She died after being struck by the officer's gunfire. Her name has not officially been released, but obviously her name is Brianna Sykes. Okay, and of course we have got to take a look at this particular video. And like I said, it's a very sad situation. 1 second. This whole thing's tripping. Let's take a look, shall we? Here it is.
Showing that this little Monte
Let me
Carlo
repeat that.
out here
Hold
on
on.
Saginaw. Bro, they just started showing that this little Monte Carlo out here on Saginaw Street. I don't know who this is, but check on y'all people. Real shit.
Bro, they fucking shooting.
He just shot the fuck out of somebody's windshield. I can't even zoom in on this shit.
Hold the fuck up, bro.
I know,
no,
right?
They is right there, bro, but they can start shooting anywhere out that bitch. And
he shot straight through his shit. Oh, shit, bitch. Woo, shit, bitch. Hold on, wait. No, it did not. It did not hit your car.
That hit my motherfucking door. That hit my door.
Okay.
I swear to God, it hit my door.
Calm down. Calm down.
Calm down.
Is they dead?
I can't calm down, bro.
Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Did he just get shot?
My door. Get down, Jasana. Please get the fuck down. Get down. Get down. Get down, bro.
Did he just get shot back? I think he dead. I think he dead. Did he just get shot back? Bro, what the fuck? I'm shaking.
Bro, my car. Where the bullet hole at?
I'm shaking. Is they dead in that Monte Carlo up there? It's just rolling, bro. Check on y'all people, bro. Bro, yeah, we good. Bro, yeah. He just killed them. He just fucking killed them, bro.
The police just had to kill him?
So there it is, y'all. There's the footage. Inside that car was Brianna Sykes, 19-year-old Brianna Sykes. She allegedly was the one who fired first. She pulled up to the officer, brandishing a gun, fired at the cop, and that's when we saw. This is where we see the second half, the moments before. Excuse me. She is fatally shot. We got to go and look at it one more time for a breakdown, of course. So we're going to take a look at it, okay? But as we said, they pull up. This woman pulls up to him. 19-year-old Brianna Sykes pulls up to this officer and shoots at him. That's the reason why he has pulled out his gun. And it said, put down the weapon. He's screaming that over and over again. I know it's hard to hear with these ladies talking over each other and the woman tripping about her door and all that, which I understand her tripping about her door more about the safety of the people that are in the car. But it almost seems like she's not only tripping about the safety of the people in the car, but also her car. Does that make sense? Like that her car just got damaged with a bullet hole. You see what I'm saying? That's kind of what it feels like a little bit, but we got to take a look at this video. Let's replay it.
Bro, they just started showing that this little Monte Carlo out here on Saginaw Street. I don't know who this is, but
Hold on real quick. Right off the top, she says they started shooting at her already. Let's just say that. Let's hear that again.
Bro, they just started showing that this little Monte Carlo out here on Saginaw Street. I don't know who this is, but check on y'all people. Real shit.
Bro, they fucking shooting.
He just shot the fuck out of somebody's windshield.
Because she allegedly, just so you know, so you have that background story, because she allegedly shot at him first. Okay? And DOD, yes. They said it happened at the parade. Like, I guess it was a vehicle driving parade, allegedly. I don't know what kind of parade this is, but this was a parade, a Juneteenth parade that was happening in Flint, Michigan. And then this happened. So He fired. So after he fired, that's when this girl pulls out her phone and starts filming this other half. Here it is, though. You're in the line of fire. I just want to point that out, too. You're in the line of fire. These ladies that are filming this video right here, they are in the line of fire. I'm telling you, a viral video is not more important than you catching a stray bullet. Let me just say that really quick. Let's move on.
I can't even zoom in on this shit.
Hold the fuck up, bro.
I know,
No,
right?
they is right there, bro, but they can start shooting anywhere out that bitch. And
He shot straight through his shit. Oh, shit, bitch. Woo, shit, bitch. Hold on, wait. No, it did not. It did not hit your car.
Motherfucking door.
So you hear the woman. She's tripping because she's going, oh, we're in the line of fire. And there's nowhere where to move. So, yeah, she's tripping about the bullet hitting her car and the fact that, you know, I'm sure her car is her baby and all that as well. But it's also the fact that she's going, oh, crap, a bullet just hit our car. This is how close we've gotten. Oh, my God, get down. Right? Get down, get down, get down. Right? So I'm going to roll this back a little bit right quick.
The fuck up, bro.
I know,
No,
right?
they is right there, bro, but they can start shooting anywhere out that bitch.
She's got a point.
He shot straight through his shit.
Bang.
Woo, shit, bitch. Woo, shit, bitch. Hold on, wait. No, it did not. It did not hit your car.
My motherfucking door. That hit my door.
Okay.
I swear to God, it hit my door.
Calm down. Calm down.
Calm down.
Is they dead?
I can't calm down, bro.
Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Did he just get
hit
shot?
My door. Get down, Jasana. Please get the fuck down. Get down. Get down. Get down, bro.
Did he just get shot back? I think he dead. I think he dead. Did he just get shot back? Bro, what the fuck? I'm shaking.
Bro, my car. Where the bullet hole at?
I'm shaking. Is they dead in that Monte Carlo up there? It's just rolling, bro. Check on y'all people, bro. Bro, yeah, we good. Bro, yeah.
Now, here it is. As we already know, allegedly, this is what they're saying. Allegedly, this woman fired first. She pulled up to him and fired her weapon. He obviously pulls out his gun, says, hey, put down the gun, drop the weapon. She refuses to do so. So he opens fire on her. She, of course, is shot and she's dead. He breaks down. Understandably, he breaks down. Now, this is heartbreaking. This is absolutely heartbreaking. And the thing is like when it is something that is a justified incident, right? Because of course, within the allegations, okay, within the allegations and what they have told us so far, saying that she shot first, she refused to drop her weapon. I don't know if she fired again and that's why he opened fire on her. We don't know. But if she did, this is justified. But the fact that he has such a visceral and guttural reaction the way he has right here, you know for a fact he didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to do this. This woman wanted to find trouble. She sought him out to find trouble. Now, the woman who is in the video as well, I have to say, I couldn't agree more. She's like, you got to check on your people, y'all. We need to start taking care of our people. That is absolutely 110% right. We do need to start taking care of our people. You know for a fact that if Brianna Sykes just pulls up to a cop car and just starts opening fire on a cop, you know for a fact something's just not right. Something's not right with her. If you're going to go out of your way to suicide by cop, let's just say, you are clearly something's not right. My heart goes out to the family. My heart goes out to the cop, of course, because at the same time, like, you can see it in his face, or you could see in his reaction. He didn't want to do that. He didn't want to open fire on a woman. He didn't want to shoot a person. He didn't want to take somebody's life. It's heart-wrenching. David.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much agree with your assessment here. I think he did not want to shoot her whatsoever, but was forced to do so, I guess. I mean, we don't see, at least I can't tell, the shot from the car in the vehicle. However, so there were local witnesses. It looks like the police and the local WJB News Network was investigating it a little bit, and they said that multiple witnesses claimed she fired first, and eventually her sister came out to say that, let me see if I got this right in place. Let me find the exact word she said. Okay, so the woman, the sister of the dead woman, said that she does not blame the officer and feels bad for him. She goes on to say, I do feel horrible for the officer who did it, and I'm not upset at him or anyone else. Her name's Nala McCracklin. As well as the bystanders, nobody deserves to see or experience that. She wasn't a bad person or violent, she said of her sister. She goes on to say that her sister's boyfriend was killed in a shooting just 3 days earlier, but that shooting did not involve the police. That was just a street shooting, basically.
Yeah.
So her boyfriend was shot 3 days ago. They don't necessarily know why yet, or at least the police haven't said why he was shot. However, we get this about 3 days later, and again, I don't have reports from the witnesses themselves, but according to the local news network and to the police, multiple witnesses said that she did fire first, and that he ultimately responded just because of that. And the sister seems to basically agree with that. I mean, obviously she's upset, but she doesn't think the officer did anything wrong from what she says.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I said before, no matter what, we don't want to sit here and go, justified shooting or unjustified shooting. Obviously, we don't want to do those things. I don't want to sit here and have this conversation, having another woman or another person turn into another hashtag. But at the same time, if she was mentally distraught, right? If she was mentally broken and felt like she couldn't live without her boyfriend, that could be a motive to pull up to just any cop and just say, take my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, suicide by cop. And those do exist. T, thoughts?
Yeah, I was going to pretty much say what you just said. With the information coming out, what David just said about her boyfriend being killed, it seemed like there probably was a connection that she could not live without him. And maybe she did choose this route. Unfortunately, like, she involved someone else in this. So a cop was forced to shoot and kill her. It's just tragic all around, you know. It's tragic. You know, after her boyfriend died, it would have been ideal for her to get help, like therapy or counseling or something of that nature. But if she did choose this as her way to go, this is pretty all around just bad for her family and everyone else involved.
Absolutely, man. You know, all the way around, it's devastating no matter what. And the fact that, I'm going to say this too. I know that we're not, you know, cops are supposed to be, you know, hardcore and, you know, resilient, emotionally stoic and all that. But it is, I feel like him breaking down shows the true emotion of what a cop goes through, which is, I didn't want to shoot her. I didn't want to have that happen, but I had to. You see what I'm saying? Like, damn it. You know? Especially it's a woman, which is even more devastating, which is even more heartbreaking in itself, you know? And like I said, I said this before we started the show. It's like that line in Scarface, you know, no women, no children, you know, no women, no children. And he had to do what he had to do to stop from anything else bad happening. As you said, as we saw in one of the comments of one of the eyewitnesses that were there were children around. There were children in the area. It was a parade. There was a lot of innocent lives just there at this parade. What are you going to do? What are you supposed to do when you have somebody in their car pulling out their gun, firing at you? What do you do? Like I said, I feel like I do believe that this shooting was justified. I hate looking at these circumstances in this situation and say that it's justified no matter what. Taking somebody's life is still terrible, but it is eye-opening to see his actual emotion immediately after the incident happened. Because you see that this man did not want to do what he had to do. T.
She was a kid. I mean, 19 years old, just beginning life. He might have had a child her age or close to her age. I think he realized after he did it that, this was something he didn't want to do. And we rarely see police officers react the way he reacted. We usually see them amped up, typically are over aggressive. But he totally showed remorse immediately for something that he did.
And I wish I'd see more cops do that. I know that that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say that we should all cops should be on the ground, crying, rolling all over the place and groveling. I'm not trying to say that, but the instant emotion of actually taking somebody's life should be heartbreaking, should be devastating. And some of these cops just have no reaction, seem like they're not remorseful at all. So to me, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, T, but that's basically what I was trying to say. Like, I wish, not saying I want to see more of this, you know what I'm saying? Because if we see more of this, that means more people are dead. But at the same time, it is good to see that he is remorseful immediately. You see what I'm saying? In my personal opinion. But I'm sorry, T, continue. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, but in addition to that, like I think this whole situation, with mental health, has to be evaluated. It has to be put out there. I mean, the youth who are deciding to commit suicide on their own or via someone else, it's just overall bad for society. The witnesses who are across the street filming this, they could have been killed. If a bullet hole went through their car, they could easily kill somebody in that car. So it's almost like a series of events has transpired from, I guess, the boyfriend being killed, the girlfriend reacting to it, allowing herself to be involved with the incident, she getting killed, and then a cop having to deal with the post-traumatic stress, and then the woman across the street filming this almost getting shot. So, it's so much trauma within this situation, and it can't be swept under the rug. It has to be, these things have to be unpacked and discussed and talked about. How do we handle crises? How do we handle
I think it's crises?
Crises, thank you.
Crises, yeah.
How do we handle all these things? Because it's going to continue to transpire, and also it's going to continue to affect people around us in society. So we have to get ahead of this going forward.
Right. Well, but then if you really think about it, we can't predict everybody's moment of action or, movements, right? If, say, somebody gets, as David beautifully did the background story of, why she reacted, or, assuming, right? We're assuming the reason why she reacted the way she reacted, right? And it's a strong assumption. Let's just be real. It is a strong assumption that she lost the love of her life. She felt devastated. She felt like there was no other place that, she'll never find another person like him. The loneliness, the grief overtook her. And then next thing you know, she does this crazy suicide by cop, right? We can't predict that. Yes, she's devastated. Yes, I'm sure all of her friends and family and stuff are watching her, keeping an eye on her, making sure she's okay, and all of that, right? But they can't predict that she's going to go into her car, pull up to a cop, and open fire on the cop. No way. And here it is. Even if she did that or not did that, right? who's to say she wouldn't go and eat a bullet at home? We can't predict everything that person does. Yes, there are people that are upset. Yes, there are people that we do have mental health issues for sure. But how do we know? How do we know without a shadow of a doubt that person is going to be safe 24/7? We just don't know. You see what I'm saying? Unless she had a history of mental health issues, I can see that part. But how do we know? How do we know for sure? We couldn't. I couldn't predict that happening. And if that was if Brianna Sykes was my friend, or Brianna Sykes was my friend, I couldn't sit here and predict that she would do such a thing. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by I understand I'm with this whole, we need to check on our people. We need to make sure that we are all good, that we are all safe out here. But how do we know for sure? We can't really predict those things. Those are random acts, unpredictable acts of violence that just happen to happen, right? So how do we know? How can we prevent it for sure?
I mean, prevention is hard, but I'm thinking more proactively. If people self-soothe with alcohol and tobacco and other narcotics, easily accessible, or even fast food, whatever we need to kind of cope. How come we don't have the availability of mental health services as frequent as these other things? I mean, people should have an option to go right into an urgent care kind of psych evolved place,
right,
and get help. We don't have it, but we should make those things going forward available for society. If mental health is our biggest thing, and it probably is nationwide. We should be able to address that going forward as something that's seriously put out there, conveniently and affordable. But our country lags behind in healthcare, and we lag behind in mental health because it's not a priority.
Yeah,
we'd rather put other things out there to use to kind of temporary, I would say, reliefs to help us get through. But at the end of the day, they're not fixing us at all. This is prolonging the moment until you snap.
Yeah. Ain't that, and that's the damn shame of it all. You know what I mean? But David, you were going to say something really quick?
Yeah, I was just going to say, most of what we're discussing is true. There's a book called On Killing. It's by Dave Grossman, and it does talk a lot about these issues that fundamentally people have to be trained to kill. It's instinctually you tend to shoot over people's heads, and that is something that has to be intentionally overcome. And roughly, according to the book anyway, roughly 90% of people who do have are involved in some sort of shooting that has a fatality, military, streets, or just police or anything, about 90% of those people tend to have severe emotional responses like this, breakdown or psychological breakdowns. It's really only sociopaths that kind of don't have severe negative reactions to killing people. It's just kind of the natural instinct. I think this is basically a textbook case of this. Is probably the first time he had to shoot somebody, and it hit him very hard because it's not something you naturally want to do, even if you find yourself in that situation where it's possibly the only choice you have.
Yeah. Somebody said something a second ago on Facebook. Tim Ingram on Facebook just said, and thanks for the comment, and good morning to everyone. I have lost 3 friends to suicide. Never, ever given a reason to think they would do that. Never talked about it. We were all close. And that's very true, too. How often can you really predict? How do you know somebody is unstable? I understand a tragedy like losing the love of your life, losing someone you love, can make you snap, right? And, of course, that would make everybody want to play full court press on you because they want to make sure you're doing okay because you lost the love of your life. But they can't be on you every single day, 24/7, 365, every minute, every second of the day. It's impossible. But we do need to start looking into our loved ones, looking into our people, especially when they're dealing with traumatic situations like losing someone and so on. But we can't predict it when it does happen. Because these things will happen. And it doesn't matter how on top you are with that person. They will still find a way to slip out and do something crazy. You know, they still have a moment by themselves, you know, to do something insane, right? It's like dealing with somebody who is a drug addict, right? You can't watch them 24/7. You know, they still got to take a shower. They still got to take a dump. They still got to have those moments by themselves, right? Who's to say that they aren't doing those things when they're having their moments of solitude, right? So it's tough, you know, but we do most definitely need to start taking care of ourselves and taking care of each other and all that. And I know that somebody said earlier that in the video that she was saying, check on your people, like check on the girl in the car. But I feel like she was saying not only that, she was saying check on your people. Like this woman is doing this person in the car is doing some crazy stuff. You know what I mean? So I felt like it was a double meaning that she was saying, you know. But yeah, like I said, you know, it's still a terrible story. My thoughts and prayers go out. All of our thoughts and prayers go out to the shooting, to the victim, of course, and the victim's family, and of course to the cop, because you see how distraught he is, how upset he is, you know. And there's something rare, but in a really messed up way, I do appreciate the reaction, because it shows that the man has a soul, and the man actually gives a damn about this woman's life. 19-year-old Brianna Sykes is no longer with us, and may she rest in peace. Real talk. May she find the peace that she's looking for. Real talk. We're going to switch gears. We're going to do a hard switch, okay, guys? Because this one was fairly serious. But something happened. David sent it to me this morning, and I know it, like right now it's kind of being shared a lot. People are talking about this because apparently it's a really an odd moment on TV, not on podcasts, on TV, only on TBS. I'm gonna say that only on TBS. I can't show you guys the full video because unfortunately we live in this world where if I show you guys a whole thing, from a TV show, we can get hit with stuff. So I can only show you bits, little droplets of this, but here it is. Conan O'Brien smokes up. They said smokes up. Yeah. Smokes up with Seth Rogen as his time with TBS's late night show winds down. So he clearly doesn't give a damn no mo about this show. He's like, F it. Like it's already, I'm moving on to greener pastures. I'm good. Right. So on Tuesday's episode of Conan O'Brien sought some life advice from actor producer Seth Rogen. And he says, you seem like a guy who's relaxed, centered, like you know who you are. I'm gonna have a lot of free time on my hands now for a while. We're gonna start something else up, but I'm gonna have some downtime. And honestly, I'm not even kidding. I don't really know what to do with my downtime. And Seth Rogen says, yeah, I get that sense from you. Then all of a sudden he says, I would suggest, this is going to be hilariously on brand, try smoking a lot of weed for the first time. So, Conan and Seth Rogen share a joint live on his late night show. Let's take a look at this real quick.
That now. This will be a great weird show for all of us.
Well, what is this? What is it? What is it really?
That is weed.
I know it's weed. I didn't think it was pencil shaving, but I'm curious. Like, are you as a professor of weed telling me that this is the kind you think I should use?
I think you should take one hit of that weed. One hit of that weed.
He's like, be careful. Only one hit. One hit of this weed. Hold on. We're moving on. We're going a little. Oh, he is really smoking this ish. He really is. I mean, We can only sit here and think that this is actually weed. It could very well be just tobacco. Let's keep it real. But they're playing it out like they're smoking some weed.
All right, tell me, and then you just get right in there, huh?
Okay, yeah.
Now here it is. Let me point something out here. This dude lying. You tell me you a stand-up comedian. You've had years and years on the road, hanging out with a whole bunch of potheads, and you've never smoked weed in your life. Don't light that joint like you. Oh my God, what is this? This thing? This marijuana cigarette? Oh my gosh, what is this? Don't act like you've never smoked weed before. Quit lying. You a grown-ass man. You know for a fact you taking a few hits from the weed, from the wacky tobacco, the devil's lettuce, the marijuana. Come on, man. The Mary Jane. Quit lying. And then Seth Rogen's laugh is just everything to me. Yeah, you know, it's take a very small hit. So that really happened live, or not live, but on his show, because clearly he doesn't give two damns about this. He doesn't care anymore. You know what I'm saying? But don't act like you ain't never smoked no weed. Come on, man, quit lying.
All right.
Yeah, that is the hit. He is hitting it like he smokes. He ain't faking the funk. This man smoking the weed like he smokes the weed at home. Just letting you know. This man smokes weed. That is a man who smokes. That was the longest hit I've ever seen, by the way, on camera, on TV, on a late night show. Now, let me ask you something. I mean, big ups to Conan O'Brien for having the balls of doing this. Because I could never see any of the Jimmys, the Seth Meyers, ever doing something like this on their late night shows. Never. I would never see it. Never.
Well, we'll wait a few minutes and see how you feel, and then maybe you have a little bit more if you're still functional.
I'm laughing way too long.
Okay, so there it is, y'all. Conan O'Brien smoking weed with Seth Rogen. And like I said, don't act like, come on, I got to roll that back one more time where he's taking the hit. That's some BS. That dude's straight lying. Where is it at? Where is it at? It's coming. Hold on. Where is it? There it is. One more time. This is funny. It's funny because he's doing the Elon Musk look. You know when Elon Musk smoked weed on Joe Rogan's show, on his podcast? He's doing the same. He has the same look on his face. He's like, okay, so this is weed. No, you lying like a mug. You know for a fact you smoke the ganja. Come on, man. You a comedian. You never smoked weed before? Come on. That is... He didn't even inhale, y'all. Hold on. No, it's proof. You can see it. Let's take a look one more time. He didn't inhale. He lying like a mug. Hold on. He didn't even inhale. He cheeked that. Come on. One more time. Take a look. He's not inhaling. He's not even inhaling, y'all. Come on, man. Look. And then it just comes out. He's even faking the inhale. He's doing the Bill Clinton. You know, I smoked weed, but I didn't inhale. You know? Straight up. David, thoughts? Like how I went straight to David on it. Come on, expert.
Maybe Conan just smoked so much he forgot that he used to smoke. I mean, yeah, I agree with you there. I'd be very surprised if he hasn't smoked before. But yeah, I think he's just he's kind of trying to trying to. I think he's just, like he didn't inhale because he's trying to finish his show up, maybe. But
True.
I don't really believe that. He's never done it before.
True. Like now I'll say this though. Like I feel like I understand, right? I feel him, right? You still got to conduct a show. You still got to be, fully aware of where you are. You're still running a show. You're still hosting a show. I get that. But at the same time, though, if you're going to smoke the weed, smoke it. Don't fake it. Just take the hit. You know what I'm saying? Take a decent hit and continue. You know what I mean? Conduct the damn show. You know what I'm saying? Conduct the damn show, but just take a tiny hit. That's it. Done. Boom. Move on. You know what I mean? Might make you feel a little loosey-goosey. You know what I mean? Might make you feel a little lucid, little liquid. You know what I mean? But that's about it. You know what I mean? I don't know why I went Matthew McConaughey there, but, you know what I'm saying? I get older, they stay the same age. All right. But anyway, T, thoughts on this?
Damn, Pascal. I mean, peer pressure's a motherfucker. Smoke it, man. Come on, smoke it.
I would if I was Seth Rogen right there, I would have been like, don't lie, take a real hit. But that's me though. I would have been like, take a real hit, bruh. You don't have to take a big hit. Just take one tiny hit, but take a real hit. That's
training day, isn't it?
Man, yeah, man. I didn't know you like getting wet. You know what I'm saying? That PCP. Oh my God. Anyway,
I'm guessing there's maybe a clause in his contract, so maybe he doesn't want to get fined or get fired. I don't know. So he probably had to fake it for that. But I mean, Seth Rogen, if you know this guy, that's what he does. I mean, he's known for weed, and his movies are just the same. So this had to even be like a planned out stunt and prank. As long as Conan did not inhale, they can broadcast it live. That's
but
my excuse for him.
But then what about his partner though? His partner, his sidekick, I forgot his name. I feel bad, but his sidekick took the hardest hit. So Conan's not allowed to, but Homeboy is.
I'm assuming because it's Conan's name on the show, so he's probably more legally, binded by, the contract with the studio or the network. I don't know. I'm just assuming this. I could be wrong.
That's funny.
But I don't know why he wouldn't in hell. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know.
But see, that's the thing. I feel like the rules should apply to the whole team. You see what I'm saying? Not only just Conan. Of course, he is obviously the face and the name of the show. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make, to me, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I agree.
That he would just, fake take a hit. And it's like, I get it. He just wants to go, hey, guys, I'm cool. I'm hip. But at the same time, I would have called him out. I would have totally called him out. I don't care. If I was Seth Rogen, I would have been like, I know the difference between somebody actually taking a hit and not taking a hit. And you had two polar opposites on either side of Seth Rogen. One guy faked the hit, and another one really took a hit. You know what I'm saying? But clearly, the dude, the sidekick, most definitely smokes weed. Oh, my God. He just grabbed that stuff. You know what I mean? He clearly smokes weed. So.
I mean, part of this, too, is probably that Rogan has his own... his own his own brand, I guess, his own brand of marijuana that he sells.
Who does?
And I mean, Rogan, Seth Rogen.
Oh,
does.
okay.
I mean, so him and also Ice Cube have been doing this a lot because Ice Cube has a new marketing push throughout, I think California and Arizona with his new strains. So both of them have been doing a little bit of stuff like this. I'm surprised Conan took part, but just going around and smoking on podcasts or videos with other people, trying to get their brand out there. Because right now they both do have. Like I said, they both got these fledgling companies. Well, I guess Ice Cube isn't fledgling. It's pretty solid at this point. But Rogan's is still a little fledgling. And I wouldn't be surprised. Part of this is just to get that
brand out there.
Advertisement out there. Yeah, exactly.
That's a good point. And Conan probably was like, man, this show's almost over. Like, I'm about to walk out and start my own show on HBO Max. So I don't care. Let's smoke. Let's just do it. But yeah, here it is. Here it is, though, too. I'll say this. I've always felt bad for Conan. I said it. I've always felt bad for him. No, he's always had the short end of the stick. He's never had he's never been able to fully express himself to his and utilize all of his talents to his full potential. And maybe by him leaving TBS and actually going on to, HBO Max and all that, we will actually be able to see him really flourish. He's been screwed over so many different times, y'all. So many different times that I just wish I just want to see him. I think he's pretty good, and I think he's pretty witty and pretty quick with his with his jokes and stuff. He's really good at shooting from the hip, And there's a lot of people that love his ass. But ever since the late night show thing just crumbled, it changed a lot of things for him, and it just seemed like he wasn't even trying anymore. You know what I mean? But I feel like it's the circumstances that were handed to him, and he's always been like that. Wow, that's funny because he is redheaded. The redheaded stepchild, that's been just kind of thrown in the corner,
Ouch.
No, and I'm not trying to be derogatory or punch down at him. I'm just saying real talk. I feel like he's been screwed over so many times that maybe this HBO Max thing will finally let him do his thing. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see what he does. But like I said, I haven't even seen, I've seen maybe 2 clips of his new version of his show, over the past year. No one's promoting it. It's not out there like that. He's kind of like a cult. He has like a cult following. You know what I'm saying? Where I feel like he could be more mainstream. You know what I'm saying? And it is true. Conan's still making bags. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's not get it twisted. Sure. If he on TV and he doing his thing, he's still making bags. But I wish he would just, you know what I'm saying? I look forward to what he does with the new platform, and if his fans and followers actually go over to HBO Max to watch his stuff. So, if this is a full-on stunt just for Seth Rogen, or if this was his way of saying F you TV, like network TV, I'm out kind of thing. Either way, it was fun TV from what I saw. It was kind of funny. But bruh, you lying. Don't act like you ain't never smoked weed no more ever before. You lying. I'm sorry. You lying. You and your sidekick get into the dressing room, smoke weed, and think about ideas for the next show. Trust. Quit lying. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents on it, And of course, it's legal out there. It's legal. So they can do that thing. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Oh my God. Something's going on in the chat, and it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Von Zell said he was putting on an act. I absolutely agree. I think he was just putting on an act, for sure. But it looked like it was a lot of fun, just hanging out and just being stupid and just, letting loose a little bit, even if it is a fabricated move. You know what I'm saying? It looked like they were having a good time. But anyway, we have got to go into a quick commercial break. It is that time. We're going to go into a quick 2-minute break. We will be right back with our world briefing. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center, a professional nuisance wildlife management company specializing in providing animal removal for residential, industrial, and commercial clients. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. Exactly which animal are we dealing with? How is the animal getting inside the home? What kind of damage is the animal doing to the structure? Once we get the answers to all of these questions, we develop and write up an action plan to resolve the animal issue completely and provide a quote to implement that action plan. We perform a very in-depth 70-point wildlife inspection. From visually inspecting the highest point, the chimney, to physically crawling inside the attic space and looking for animals, chewed wires, fecal matter, chewed structural wood, we inspect everything. Our inspection process covers all of the following 70 points: animal-proof chimney cap, roof ridge vents, roof to soffit junctions, dormer fascia, attic gable vents, gutter lines, fascia trim, garage door, utility penetrations, water, gas, electric, and cable, bathroom vents, attic roof ridge vents, attic electrical, wiring, junctions, boxes, and lighting, concrete decks, additions, wooden crawl spaces, basement plumbing, penetrations, ceiling, floor, and wall. Wildlife Command Center's mission is to deliver the finest quality wildlife removal and pest control service that is safe for the environment. For more information, call us now.
All right, welcome back, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and sticking around, being a part of the conversation. If this is your first time checking out this show, please go crush that subscribe button, all right? That would really mean a lot. We do this show Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and I also do a Tuesday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time show, which will reconvene back up next week. There are no evening shows this week, unfortunately, but be sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that like button down below. I see people piling in, being a part of the conversation. So please send those likes all the way up. Send all the positivity you can towards this show. You know, any reaction is greatly appreciated. So please go hit that like button. That would really mean a lot. And also, please don't forget to hit that join button. It's that white button and with join written in blue. Please crush that as well. $4.99 helps fuel this channel so that we can keep giving you your controversies, stories, and pop culture of the day. Anyway, so please go and do that. Also, one more thing. Please go to the Pascal Show clips and crush that subscribe button over on our secondary channel. That would really mean a lot as well. Anyway, we got to go into, it is time for a little world news briefing from our boy, David. What's going on in the world, man?
All right, so it's quite a bit going on right now, actually. So we're going to start off in Iran because American officials have just seized 32 news website domains linked to Iran's government, and the accusation is that they have been using those web domains to spread disinformation, and it's part of a Iranian propaganda campaign within the U.S. This comes just after Iran's hardline president-elect Ebrahim Raisi on Monday wrote out that negotiating over missiles or meeting with President Biden was no longer acceptable for them. And the DOJ, Department of Justice, said in an emailed statement that it took action against 33 websites used by the Iranian Islamic Radio and Television Union and 3 others operated by the Iran-backed Kataib Hezbollah militia. The domains are owned by American companies, but the sites didn't obtain licenses from the U.S. government in violation of U.S. sanctions, according to the Justice Department. And in France, there is a issue with a South African singer named Pretty Yende, where she claims that she was strip searched and treated like a criminal while being detained in France's Charles de Gaulle airport on a trip to Paris. The opera singer told Opera Wire, which is a news site about opera, that she was detained on Monday when she arrived from Milan for a performance at Vincenzo Bellini's La Somnambula in the Théâtre des Champs-Élysées Opera House in Paris. The singer claims that she was stopped by customs officials as she came from South Africa, and according to her, the official insisted that her travel document was not accepted by France. And she had the right, according to her, she had the right documents. However, they ended up deporting her back to Italy. She also claims that she was stripped and searched like a criminal offender and put on the retention cell in Terminal 2B Customs Control in Charles de Gaulle in Paris. She says that officials took all of her belongings and wrote down the phone numbers of all of her close associates. And she ends up saying that They said that they were going to take me to a prison hotel in the meantime while they looked at me like I was a criminal offender. She says that they traumatized her and they were talking and laughing down the hallway as they took her away. And the last thing she said was that police brutality is real for someone who looks like me. The airport has not made any comments so far. French police source told the news agencies in the region that the singer arrived with a South African passport without a visa. The source denied that Yende was asked to remove her clothes and said at no moment were there any incidences. In Kenya, a airstrike from the government hit a busy market in sorry, let me back up a little bit here. So this report is from Kenya. However, the airstrike took place in Ethiopia, striking northern Tigray villages of Tagoga on Tuesday, according to health workers who said that soldiers blocked medical teams from traveling to the scene. Dozens of people were killed, and according to a witness, many of them were former residents of the area trying to leave as refugees. 2 doctors and a nurse in Tigray's regional capital, Mekele, told the Associated Press that they were unable to confirm how many people were killed, but one doctor said health workers at the scene reported that more than 80 civilian deaths had occurred. The health workers were speaking on a condition of anonymity for fear of retaliation. The alleged airstrike comes amid some of the fiercest fighting in the Tigray region since the conflict began in November, as Ethiopian forces supported by those from neighboring Eritrea pursued Tigray's former leaders. A military spokesman and a spokeswoman for Ethiopia's prime minister did not respond to requests for comments. In China, a long embattled pro-democracy newspaper called Apple Daily, no relation to the company, said that on Wednesday it will cease operations at midnight. This was just hours after police arrested another employee from the company, alleging that they had breached controversial national security laws. The newspaper originally came under fire, as is one of the last pro-democracy papers in China, and came under fire after it was bought by a new person named Jimmy Lai, who was a critic of the central Chinese government, which ended up with his arrest and the arrest of multiple people in charge of the news agency. Apple Daily said in a statement that the website will be updated on midnight. However, they will no longer be producing new materials for publication due to the current circumstances prevailing in Hong Kong. And also related to Iran, Iran has claimed that a sabotage attempt was foiled against the Iranian Atomic Energy Organization. The Iranian official news site says that the authorities thwarted a sabotage attack on the country's civilian nuclear program on Wednesday. However, they have not provided further information. Social media channels linked to the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps said that a drone tried to attack a building. And another one tweeted that basically there was no loss of life or property damage at the location. Nora News, which is Iran's kind of official news agency managed by Iran's Supreme National Security Council, reported that the attack was halted before causing any damage to the building, and that investigations are ongoing to identify the perpetrators and determine the facts surrounding the incident. In Gaza, Palestinian factions have warned Israel against delays in lifting restrictions imposed on the Hamas-ruled coastal enclave and impending reconstruction after last month's devastating attacks. The warning was issued on Tuesday after leaders of various factions in Gaza Strip met with Hamas and discussed the latest developments surrounding a ceasefire that was reached in May between Israel and Hamas, which ended after 11 days when Israel bombed Gaza once again, after Gaza released burning lanterns to float into Israel. The Palestinian factions presented a list of demands to Israel that included the reopening of border crossings, allowing the transfer of financial aid from Qatar, and the reopening of Gaza's fishing zones, which are currently closed to all locals. The faction warned that if Israel refuses to comply with the demands, they would resume launching incendiary balloons into Israel and organize rallies at the fence with Israel. The group has also issued a veiled threat to renew rocket fire. In the Black Sea, there has been a possible altercation between Britain and Russia. This one's really confused right now because what Russia is claiming is not what Britain is claiming. According to Russia, a Russian patrol ship and a fighter jet fired warning shots towards a British destroyer in the Black Sea. And Moscow's defense ministry said that it was the ship HMS Defender, which entered Russian territorial waters near Crimea. The UK's Ministry of Defense ended up coming back and saying that, basically denying that Russian military fired warning shots at a UK destroyer in the Black Sea. However, Russia still stands by this, and there is currently an exercise between the U.S. and Turkey in the area, and there's also there are in fact British destroyers in the Black Sea as well. However, the U.S. and the Royal Navy claims that the attack was done on 2 false NATO signals that were not actually there at the location, and the British Ministry of Defense had said that no warning shots have been fired at HMS Defender, and British forces have declared that the ship is there to protect Ukrainian waters, which is part of the exercise with the U.S. as well. They go on to say that the Royal Navy ship is conducting innocent passage through Ukrainian territorial waters in accordance with international law. They say that no shots were directed at the HMS Defender, and we do not recognize the claim that bombs were dropped in her path. Russia claims that the British forces broke their territory, which is internationally recognized as 2 miles into the ocean from your region. However, Britain is claiming that they did not violate any territorial rules, in addition to saying that their ship was not fired on at all. And lastly, we have 2 stories coming out of Japan. One of these is it's one that's been going on for a while, but residents in Okinawa Prefecture on Wednesday ended up had a national prayer or regional prayer day for the Battle of Okinawa, which is its 76th anniversary since World War II. The memorial ceremony was sponsored by the Okinawa prefectural government. 30 participants, including families of the dead, and the ceremony mourned for victims and prayed for peace. During the service held at Peace Memorial Park in Itaman, Okinawa, the governor, Denny Tamaki, vowed to make incessant efforts towards the abolition of nuclear weapons and a renunciation of war and lasting peace. He says that, "I hope a circle will connect Okinawa with the world." And they go on to say that they do want to remove some of the U.S. forces from their region. Okinawa is where one of our largest bases is in the world, and it's pretty much been there since that part of Japan was conquered during World War II, just before the Japanese full surrender. And the Okinawan government, which is generally Okinawa is a different ethnic group from mainland Japanese, also say that they do not want basically Marines there due to issues that they've had in past, and Okinawa is requesting that Japan and U.S. governments resolve Okinawa's excessive base hosting burden in a visible way without being constrained to the idea that building a new base in Hinoko is the only solution. The Prime Minister of Japan, Yoshihide Suga, said in a video message that we would take to heart Okinawa's deep wounds that can never heal and never forget them. Under policy of doing everything possible, I'm resolved to achieve results one way or another in order to reduce Okinawa's burden of hosting U.S. bases. And also out of Japan, there was just a successful lawsuit against two international individuals. According to Polygon, which is a video game reporting agency, 2 defendants must each pay $150,000 to the Pokemon Company US, which is a subsidiary of Pokemon Company of Japan. They're each paying $150,000 in damages for leaking photos from the strategy guide before the game was released in 2019. The initial lawsuit, the Pokemon Company alleged that one of the defendants took photos while being employed by the company and printed it while being employed by the company that printed the guide. The first defendant went on to send images to the second defendant, who later shared them with a worldwide audience. At the time of the leak, Pokemon Company hired an independent firm specializing in online forensics to search for defendants on online platforms such as Discord, Reddit, and 4chan, as well as posting boards on Kotaku. The video game company said that they responded rapidly to the leak and issued several removal requests and legal warnings before they ultimately found these 2 that kind of started the whole leak of basically just images from the it's out now, but at the time, the unreleased Pokemon Sword and Shield game. And that's it for the news throughout the world today.
All right. Thank you, David. Thank you so much for the world news briefing. I do appreciate that. Thank you. We do also have some developing story as well that's been going on, that has to do with Bill Gates and his foundation. I do have a story here really quick that I want to pull up. And it looks like Warren Buffett has resigned from his role as trustee at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So Warren Buffett has been friends with Bill Gates for many, many years and has dedicated a large portion of his fortune to the Bill Gates and Melinda Gates Foundation. Sorry, I'm trying to get this thing going. Okay. So that you guys can see this with your own two peepers as well. Right. Oh, shoot. Hold on, guys. Right. Yeah. All right. So, in fact, the Gates Foundation is the only organization Buffett has pledged money to, and that is under his own family's last name. And according to the New York Times, Warren Buffett has donated over $31 billion to the Gates Foundation, and he has just announced that he is resigning from his trustee position at the organization. While Buffett has not specified a reason for his exit, the news comes amid, of course, the Bill and Melinda's recent divorce announcements. So he says, for years, I've been a trustee, an inactive trustee at that, of only one recipient of my funds, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. He said in his statement, I am now resigning from the post, from that post, just as I have. And so, of course, this is new breaking news. I mean, obviously, this is one of the richest men in the world that has poured a lot of time and effort into a foundation that he is no longer going to be a part of. He has stepped down. So in my mind, I keep thinking, things are still brewing, or things are still, there's still a lot going on between Bill and Melinda in regards to their divorce, in regards to all the things that they're involved in. Of course, they have a whole bunch of philanthropic organizations that they're involved in, etc., that I feel like a lot of things are going to be splitting apart. And of course, when you got a power couple like that, in a way, splitting up, I feel like a lot of people wonder what's the next, like what's really going on. Or I feel like it would make somebody second guess about investing or donating or being a part of certain boards if things are starting to crumble, you see. Because obviously, if the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation gets torn apart and it just becomes the Bill Gates Foundation or the Melinda Gates Foundation, you never know. His Warren Buffett's his loyalty might lie on one particular person, right? And if things are going to be split apart, he might go, well, I don't want to be a part of this. I mean, I'll wait till Bill or Melinda create their own solo foundation, and then I'll invest then. That's just my assumption. That's just what I've thought of in regards to this, on how this, when I read this news. But at the same time, we're going to see what happens. If he bows out, there's going to be a lot of other people that are going to start bowing out for sure. So we'll see as time progresses. Now, there is also another story that we need to talk about really quick. It is our last story of the day here. Actually, not the last story of the day. I stand corrected. But this is our last big story of the day. And then we got something kind of light. Some controversy that's going on in these streets. But the BBC is investigating into the migrant camps, of course, that have been built by Biden, or that are being overseen by Biden. David's got that story as well. What's up, man?
All right. So you may remember that we talked about these camps first about 2 or 3 months ago, I think.
Yes.
And that was originally when Project Veritas, which is a sometimes questionable source, did actually get inside and have videos of it. Well, the BBC itself, which is one of the major international newscasters, as well as the biggest one in the UK, ended up getting several of their people inside of the U.S. Border Detention Center in the Texan Desert, where they have begun their own kind of investigation and reports. They were reporting that so far that disease is rampant, food is often dangerous, that there are allegations of sexual abuse, and that they got all this information through interviews with the staff and the children. In the recent months, the U.S. has seen a massive rise in migrants and asylum seekers from Central America. Some have suggested that, including Joe Biden himself, have suggested that the more lenient administration under Joe Biden and his initial welcoming stance contributed to the crisis. Though since then, the White House has urged people not to cross the U.S. border. They ended up building several tented camps within the Fort Bliss military base in El Paso, Texas, and this is in addition to all of the centers where we've been dispersing migrant children throughout the country to private contractors to be taken care of. In El Paso, the tent right now is set up for about 500 people, but they have 2,000 children total across all of the tents, and teenage children specifically. This is not counting children that are under the age of 13 or under the age of 13. So the BBC, during their investigation, went through all of those things I mentioned, as well as they did the investigation to sexual abuse, as well as the outbreak of illness within the camps, which has been a problem. In addition to lice outbreaks, children on a long wait list for medical attention while they wait, and lack of clean clothes, bedding, and the fact that children are being served undercooked meals that are often bloody and not suitable to be eaten whatsoever, like mostly raw foods and to some degree. Some of the staff has managed to smuggle out some of the video to the BBC so that they were able to verify this. BBC confirms that there were 12 tents there right now, which house hundreds of children at a time. The children spend most of the day in the tent. They get about 1, maybe 2 hours of recreation per day, and they usually have to wait in lines of several hundred people to get any food whatsoever.
Wow.
Staff told the BBC that the food was mostly edible, but a 15-year-old who has now been released was fed uncooked meat. And they also reported that sometimes the chicken had blood in it, the meat was very red, but that a lot of the children eat it anyway because there's no other food and they're starving, so they end up eating the raw meat, which has caused multiple health problems to break out in the camps, in addition to the obvious illness outbreaks there. The one we can't really talk about, but hundreds of children have been tested positive for that. And it seems like it's spreading through the camps because they do not have the conditions or the sanitation to prevent it from doing so.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, the first reports of these came in March, and unfortunately nothing has been done about it, so it has gotten worse since then, basically. It sounds like there are multiple children, according to the BBC, not to the interviewers, but to their own witnesses, that several children are in need of urgent medical attention and that they are being consistently neglected. They also have a secret recording of a staff meeting given in May where an employee told of a child who was coughing up blood and needed urgent medical care. They decided that they were just going to send him to lunch and that they would possibly get him to see somebody about 4 hours later. However, he ended up being released without ever being treated. He also caught the virus in addition to the food poisoning. And he was forced to live in a crowded tent where after he recovered, he became sick again for the 3rd time because of the conditions they were putting him in. The BBC themselves actually went to ask for medicine, and they say that they got dirty looks and heard people laughing, basically. They also say that lice has been rampant and that they have no way to treat it right now. They don't have the kits. He said around 800 girls were isolated and locked down last month because of lice. This has been confirmed by photos and videos smuggled out by staff to the BBC, as well as showing most of the bunks are in disrepair, sandstorms sweeping through the tents and covering everything in dirt. Reporting, even female employee was reporting that the whole tent are shaking constantly. Some of the tents open up and sand rushes in. You literally have to shield your whole body from the sand while you're in the tents. She goes on to add that by the end of the day, we are all just covered in dust from head to toe. She told the staff that or she told BBC that the staff has showers on offer, but the children aren't always taking these showers because they don't have any clothes to change into, and some of them don't feel safe as well. There's a shortage of underwear, of clothing, of shoes, of toothpaste, and so far the Department of Health and Human Services says that it's employing private contractors to help run these camps, and that the majority of the work is being done by these contractors, which have in the past, unfortunately, been linked directly to sexual and other and violent forms of abuse against these children as well.
Damn.
The BBC goes on to, Homeland Security did not, or let me completely messing this part up. Okay,
You good.
the Department of Health and Human Services ended up saying that basically that they have required standards of care for the children, such as clean sleeping, clean toiletries, and educational facilities. However, they don't actually say that they have these facilities. They just say that they're required to provide them. And according to the BBC, they really don't. The BBC also says we have caught staff with minors inappropriately. There's also
Wow.
at least one case of rape reported by the Department of Homeland Security.
Wow.
So they started giving girls pregnancy tests within the camps.
Oh my God.
And I mean,
Oh
this is
my
mostly where we are
God.
now. So it's obviously a lot of children want to escape, but they're not able to. There's a lot of crying at night, according to the BBC.
Yeah.
There's apparently been cases where there's children that are on the verge of committing suicide. So total, there are 12,000 children currently being managed, only 2,000 of them in Texas. I mentioned before that a lot of them are dispersed across the country with these private contractors. So there are a total of 12,000 children right now separated from pretty much everyone. Only about 2,000 of those have any hope of finding a family anytime within the future. Biden has been deporting pretty much everyone that has come to the border. However, they have started hearing asylum requests of people as long as they stay in Mexico. Around 80% of the migrant children who end up in the U.S. Come alone, and they do have relatives in the country, but the system will not be releasing them to their families. And so this is why eventually they set up some of these emergency camps that I've mentioned with these contractors all over the country that aren't really being supervised by anyone. Right now, it looks like children spend an average of 31 days in these camps, down from about 40 days, which they had at the beginning of January. However, most of them are still being deported back into Mexico to go to their own home countries. Most of them are not Mexicans, to be clear, so they're not being sent home. They're just being forced to wait in another country until they can get asylum in our country, basically.
Oh my God.
And that's how bad the situation has gotten over the past 6 months.
Is that it? Or is there
Yeah,
more?
that's it for now.
Holy cow!
I could go more. There's more medical things that
I'm
I can
no. I'm joking. I'm joking. Because obviously you just said a lot. And so David, thank you so much for telling us this story. But this is something that needs to be out here. We all need to be aware of what's going on. The fact that we have the BBC actually doing an investigation like this, and I know. Don't get me wrong. Let's be real. The news media has talked about this as well. They have come out, and not to this extent though. Not American media. BBC had to come out of their way to get all this information and really break this whole thing down. And give us these harsh truths of what's going on. You know what I mean? But this type of thing right here is a story that needs to be put out here. We need to be aware of what's really going on. I know that they're not our American children, but they're still children nonetheless. These children should not be abused, mistreated, malnourished the way they are. This is America, okay? Period. This is not how these children should be treated. Counts of there are allegations of sexual misconduct, children getting sick from uncooked food or undercooked food. The staff, the way that people are actually treating these children, laughing and just discarding them like they're just dirt, that they're rubbish, is ridiculous. And the fact that we have to have BBC go in and do an investigation, to me, that's embarrassing. I'm sorry. That's embarrassing to the American media and to the American people. That's embarrassing that they're coming out with this information and not us. And the thing is that we know what's going on. We already know that this is going on, and yet no one's doing anything about it. That's the reason why we are bringing up this story, because this is a story that needs to be told. We need to know, the American people need to know the truth of what's really going on behind those closed doors, damn it. I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to, get on my soapbox or whatever and get all, upset. But that brings tears to my eyes that is actually a real, and at the end when I said, is that all? I mean, I was being real. Obviously there's a whole lot more that's going on behind those closed doors. I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We need to put these kind of stories into light and take these stories seriously and not sleep until Vice President Kamala Harris does something about it. Let's be real. She's supposed to be the head of it, right? Am I correct? Am I correct on that? Yes. She's supposed to be doing something about it. So you're telling me that I guarantee you she knows what's going on. And this is still going on? She's not nipping this in the bud? Little girls are getting handed pregnancy tests? Why? Why is that happening? Sorry, that just really pisses me off. I'm sorry. I ain't got time for that. But this is what it is. Okay? The only way that we can start making changes is if we start telling these stories to everyone. We start sharing videos like this and other articles, like the BBC's article. We put those things out. We share these stories so that they can finally do something, because they ain't doing not a damn thing over there. T, thoughts?
It's so beyond belief that this is happening on our soil, because we're the ones who are supposed to be assisting and aiding, but we're not. I mean, to have these kids I won't say held hostage, but they have to at least be here supervised in a proper manner, like you would treat any kind of institution with children, like a school. So there should be some policies and procedures. There should be some, proper nutrition. There should be proper. There should be proper. There should be proper. Security. There should be proper convenience. I mean, there shouldn't be there getting abused or raped or anything of that nature. So it's so unfortunate this is happening, and America has to hear about it. We have to see it for what it is, not push it under the rug, and not blame one administration either. I mean, everybody who has some kind of power should be able to step up and come together and solve these problems.
We're talking about God's children. Straight up. Doesn't matter what country they're coming in from, if they're coming in legally or illegally or legally. This is God's children that we're talking about. This is our future, all right, that we're mistreating so terribly. David.
I mean, I agree. This is, I don't know.
Jaw-dropping.
Going to end terribly.
Jaw-dropping.
On top of that, too, I mean, not only are we abusing these children that we're ostensibly trying to help, but no one really cares right now because it's under, I guess, Biden instead of Trump. I guess it was better when it was under Trump because people cared more then, so they would actually do something about it. But that's not the world we live in right now, unfortunately. So what we can tell, most even Democrat senators aren't going to do anything about this. I think AOC said a few things, but even she's been silent lately. So no one's really going to be standing up for these children. Shouldn't really be hoping Well, I mean, we can hope, but we shouldn't be expecting the government and politics to end up doing what's best for these children. And on top of that, it's not even clear what the best thing to do would be. It's just obvious that the way we're doing it is very wrong and messed up. I mean, there have been allegations of rape and other abuses since before. Since January. I mean, before that, I mean, it's been going on even longer than that, but it has really amped up over the past, say, 6 to 8 months. And that's not just because of Biden. It's also because of the influx of new migrants, which is much larger than would have been expected before. But no, I don't think they're going to do anything about it. And this is just something that's going to be there. And I guess really the only thing we can do is keep talking about it, because the politicians aren't going to do anything about it, and it's kind of being proven that we can't vote the people out of office that have these terrible plans to implement. So I'm just glad the BBC got in there, because until then, a lot of sources have been just shutting it down because the only leaks were from Project Veritas, which has a shady past. And the ABC tried to get in. They ended up sending them away. BBC had to basically sneak in and get information from other sources. So I don't know what we can really do here. I do know basically what we're doing is we're setting up camps to radicalize people against the U.S. That's fundamentally what's going to happen here. This is kind of what you see anytime there are these sorts of camps, be it for foreign prisoners of war or whatever. I mean, we don't recognize most of the prisoners we take now as prisoners of war, which is why they're stored in these places and why they become more radicalized. I would think it's very likely that this will end up radicalizing people against the U.S. for fairly reasonable reasons, because there's people with family out there that they can't see. They're going to send back to Mexico. There's all kinds of terrible things happening to these children, too. I mean, obviously, there's much more going on with the girl children than is being admitted. If they're applying so many birth control tests, they're trying to mitigate basically a staff of rapists is what that's kind of suggests. I mean, not all of them, obviously, but it suggests that it's prevalent enough. They have to be checking the children to see which ones it's happened to. They can't even trust their own workers at this point. But yeah, this is just unfortunate. I think this is going to continue to happen and people won't do anything about it. Hopefully that changes, but I just don't see an avenue right now of how we can get any politician to really start making a change at this location, regardless of party.
Yeah, Amor just said, the media isn't covering this now, but that Biden is in office, both parties is ish. We need better choices in government, and that's absolutely true. I mean, it starts from who we vote in office, who we believe in, who we back up. If we bring in and we keep the wrong people in, there's people that have been re-voted in over and over and over again, and they're terrible human beings. They haven't done anything to change anything that's going on in this country or even in their own local, like their cities, their states, etc. It really does go down to who we're voting in, right? And how, in making sure that those people that we vote in actually care about what they're standing for, or actually are standing and stay standing for the things that they say that they're going to do. Not, I'm going to do this, no more taxes, right? The next thing you know, they get voted in and all of a sudden taxes rise. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be sure, and we have to be very, very conscious of who we vote into office. But also at the same time, this is the moment, like this particular story, where we share this story, right? Where we put the story out there. We continue to shed a light on the situation that's really going down over there. We had to finally go somewhere. We finally had to turn to a whole other country, a whole other news outlet from another country to come in and investigate to get the truth, to get the real truth. The harsh realities of what's really going on. The only thing we can do right now is we keep sharing these stories. We keep talking about it. We keep it on the tip of our brains and the tip of our tongues. That's the only way that we are going to be able to make any type of thing change. These are God's children, y'all. That's it. Doesn't matter about where you stand politically, if you're biased, unbiased, whatever, I don't give a damn. This is God's children that we're talking about. We need to find a better way to take care of these children. Real talk. Anyway, time for something. I knew it was going to make me heated. I knew it was going to piss me off, that story. So we're going to do a little bit of a left turn here. Our last and final story for today, okay? This one's much lighter. Trust and believe, okay? We're going to look at something that's going on that has hit the internets, the social media. People have been very upset with Trick Daddy. Yes, I said it. Left turn, I know, but we're trying to go off on a little bit of a lighter note, okay? So Trick Daddy's in a lot of trouble with the Beehive, and if you don't know who the Bayhive, sorry, and if you don't know who the Bayhive is or Beehive is, it is Beyonce's stans, okay? It is Beyonce's hardcore followers and supporters, okay? Now, Trick Daddy had some words, okay, about Beyonce, all right? And the Beehive is literally buzzing, and they're certainly very upset about it, okay? So a radio station reported on Monday, June 21st, that in a now viral recording of a Clubhouse chat, it's like an audio type of radio chat room place where you can be on your phone and it's just audio, no video, just audio only, and you can have these group conversations. That's what this Clubhouse app is, okay? So Southern rapper Trick Daddy was on a Clubhouse chat, and he can be heard stating his unpopular opinion against the 28-time Grammy-winning superstar's overall talent. And he said something along the lines like this: Beyonce, F with her because she see money. Beyonce ain't trying to give back to music or nothing. Beyonce don't write music and can barely sing her mother effing self. Beyonce can't sing. Beyonce can't sing, sorry. He is heard arguing as he continues to validate his claims by saying his godmother is the one who gave the singer-songwriter vocal lessons throughout her decades-spanning career. Okay? He later took shots at her husband, Jay-Z, and if you don't know that Beyonce's married to Jay-Z, then you've been living under a rock. And he says whom he doesn't believe should be crowned as the greatest rapper alive. I'm going to say my unpopular opinion right now. Beyonce is to R&B what Jay-Z is to New York. That's why they together. Jay-Z ain't never won the greatest rapper alive. Whoever put him on that level, whoever put him on that level like that. He debated, of course, before stating New York added a new hero after Biggie died in 1997. So people elected Hove. Okay, so people are really, people are in their feelings about this. But he went on to speak about his thing on Clubhouse where he was talking ish about Beyonce. Let's take a listen.
When I get on Clubhouse, a lot of my Clubhouse family, a lot of us, we crack jokes and we talk stuff to each other. But mostly we do a lot of vetting, and we do a lot of mind contributing about how we can make, the world, the country, our cities, our homes better. They're gonna never record that. But what I said was, I don't think Beyonce could sing, and that Beyonce is to R&B what Jay-Z is to the state of hip-hop in New York at the time when Jay-Z began considering himself as the king of hip-hop, the king of the GOAT of our rap.
He's doubling down.
Which is my opinion. And opinions like buttholes, without them, you'd be full of doodle.
I'm sorry.
What?
I gotta repeat that. What did he say? Oh my God. What he has the saying is right. He got the saying wrong, I think. Hold up.
Which is my opinion. And opinions like buttholes. Without them, you'd be full of doodle. That's my
Oh my God!
opinion.
I think he's saying excuses are like a-holes, and without them, you'd be full of ish, something like that. Or because excuses are full of ish. But okay, we're just gonna go with it. I'm sorry. It's just that was too funny.
Who are you? How you feel? If you got to walk around here worrying about how somebody else feel about how you feel, then you ain't who you are. That's my opinion. I said many times on the radio, oh, they're wonderful business people. Jigga made a lot of money. He got a whole lot of money.
Bruh.
Did I say anything disrespectful? No. Did I call them out their names? No, I didn't. Well, before I said that, to a lot of females, because they love Beyonce, I say she the lady Jesus Christ to them, which is not a bad thing. Actually, that's a compliment. And Jesus Christ is a powerful, lovable person. But if you got a problem with speaking your own mind, and I was a sucker, I apologize. I ain't him. That's not me. That ain't what I do.
Okay. So, all right. Of course, we got to have this quick conversation, okay? It's because obviously a lot of the beehive, all right, is going after Trick Daddy right now. Because, yeah, he said a very unpopular opinion. He's basically saying that Beyonce can't sing. Beyonce can't sing. And also Jay-Z should not be considered one of the greatest rappers alive. That is, those are some strong statements. Very, very strong statements about this. Let's throw it around let's throw it around the table, y'all. David, thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really listen to much Beyonce, I guess, so I don't really have anything to say about that one. But as far as like, I guess Jay-Z being one of the best rappers, I don't know. He's not one of my favorites, but he's definitely one of the most influential, and he's definitely like necessary to the evolution of rap, I guess. But yeah, I would agree. Like, he's not one of the iconic people I think of, like Dre or Ice Cube or I don't know, any of the older rappers like that, Tupac, Suga, you know, whatever.
Interesting.
But this is just the way. I guess it's the way I think of it. It's more. I always liked. I guess it's just his delivery. I like the rougher delivery a lot of other people get. He's always just smooth and kind of calm with his delivery, which doesn't excite me that much a lot of times.
Interesting. Okay. T?
Hey, I mean, I've never been a Jay-Z fan like that.
You're breaking my heart.
I haven't. I mean, I think lyrically, he has some good rhymes, but his whole sound doesn't really identify with me. I mean, I like two albums, like The Blueprint, which is really good, and then his first album, Reasonable Doubt, was great. So
amazing.
Those two are great. Besides that, it's like whatever. He's living more off of like you know his record label and all the assets they have with that clothing line. But he hasn't really dropped a really good album in a long time. As far as Beyonce, again, I'm more of a Solange fan, her sister, who's like she's like more like the neo soul kind of singer.
She's more neo soul, sure.
Yeah. So like I like I'm not really a mainstream kind of guy, so I don't like the most popular people anyway. I mean, Trick Daddy has his own opinion, which is great. But he's right on the fact that Jay-Z and Beyonce, they are a power couple. Their business moves, the money that they earn is, admirable. But as far as pure talent, Beyonce is a phenomenal performer, but she doesn't have the best voice, like you said. She doesn't. I mean, there are people out there blow her out of the water. I mean, I think even Erykah Badu or Jill Scott, Amy Winehouse, would challenge that as far as his vocals. But as a performer, she's best of the best, probably. I mean, she's up there with Tina Turner. It's, putting on the show, that's what she does. But as far as a pure vocalist, nah. I mean, she's probably somewhere in the top 100 of all time vocalists, but she's not in my top 25 at all. At least in my Not as a vocalist, no. As a performer, yeah.
Okay. I got to look something up really quick. Because, I'm going to sit here and, obviously, yes, I agree she's a pop singer, right? She's pop, okay? And all that. But, as you could see, Trick Daddy most definitely doubled down on that ish, okay? What's this? Oh. Let me see. Sorry. I'm trying to. There's something I need you guys to hear. Okay? I think that'll be very helpful. Because here it is. Just because she has a range. She still has her own style of singing. Yes, her music is more pop music, but at the same time, as you can see, she has a huge following. She has a lot of love. Okay? So she still does her thing, right? And yes, I think she's an incredible performer. I think that, she obviously has that stage presence. She knows how to hold the stage and keep people's attention, command the stage. It's Beyonce when she walks in the room. But I think she's also a good vocalist, okay? Yes, there are other vocalists out there that are better. I'll agree. There are better vocalists out there, sure, right? But at the same time, they are in no way, shape, or form on the same level as Beyonce as far as stardom, as far as influence, as far as just, what's the word? Clout, for lack of a better word? Experience? Let's just say that. As far as experience, this woman's been on for a long time. Now, everyone has their opinions about her. Right? About Beyonce and how she could do more of this and less of that and all that. But here it is. I think it's right in the very beginning. We just got to hear this really quick. I'm just going to play that one more time. One more time. This is not a very easy run to do. It is not. One more time. That just alone, to me, shows me that this woman is a true vocalist. That's just what I think. Like I said, not sitting here, one more time, not sitting here saying that she's the best singer alive. But man, she has earned her spot, period. And this is a small example of her vocal prowess. One more time. Just that lick, that riff is not easy to do vocally. That's years and years of vocal training. And she definitely has her own voice, right? Just like Solange. That's why Solange does so well with that neo soul, right? That's why she does so well with the neo soul because her voice fits with that genre of music. Beyonce, yes, she's more like pop R&B. You know what I'm saying? She's more in that pop R&B world, right? But that's tough. One more time. For the nosebleed seats, mother lover. Boy. That's hard to do. I'm sorry. She can do that, though. Like I said, she ain't Whitney Houston. I agree with that. She is not Whitney Houston, but she has made her own lane. She's Beyonce. She is mother-loving Beyonce, okay? So when it comes to Jay-Z, no, I'm not sitting here saying that Trick Daddy's not entitled to his own opinion. He absolutely, most definitely, 110% is. And if he feels that way, yes, there are other vocalists out here that are just ridiculous, all right, that will sing circles around Beyonce, but she has her own lane. She has her own lane. Shoot, man. Take what's that movie? Dreamgirls, for example.
Jennifer Hudson.
Jennifer Hudson just, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, she's just destroying. Yeah. She is just destroying Beyonce in that movie. That's why she won an Oscar, for crying out loud. Beyonce didn't win it. She did, Jennifer Hudson. That's why she's playing Aretha Franklin in Respect, because she's going to annihilate that stuff. If the movie is trash, you know for a fact that the soundtrack is going to be redonkulous because of Jennifer Hudson's voice. But that's her voice. Her voice fits for that stuff.
So
also, I want to say this though too. Do you see Jennifer Hudson making hit records? When was when was the last time you heard a Jennifer Hudson record on the radio that was multi-platinum? Don't worry, I'll wait. Just saying, she's made her lane. She's made her lane. Beyonce made her lane. You see what I'm saying? Beyonce made her lane. You can't tell me she didn't earn her spot. Years and years of hard work.
She has.
And of course, she's great looking too. So of course that helps a little bit. But at the same time, she can sing. She can't sing better than Jennifer Hudson without a shadow of a doubt. Hell to the no. But she can sing. You can't say that she can't sing. I'm just saying that.
I'm not saying that. It's hard to market Jennifer Hudson because her size in the beginning wasn't marketable. So I get that they had a hard time trying to fit her into this competitive performer where she has to have to look the part. At least in the States, because like Adele kind of made it work in the UK, but here we're more defined with our entertainers. So although J Hud does not have those multi-platinum hits, her voice definitely is a lot better than Beyonce as far as a vocalist is concerned.
Okay, can I say something really quick? T?
Go ahead, spit it out.
Okay, I'm saying it. I'm going to get in trouble for saying this. I have a feeling.
Go ahead.
But I'm going to say it anyway. Adele. You just mentioned Adele, right?
Yes, I did.
The reason why Adele is where she is was because she was an anomaly. She is a woman that has a very distinct, different voice. She got the blue-eyed soul. She got blue-eyed soul voice. Okay? So, it was almost as if, she's white, but she kind of sounds like she's a black woman, and she's from overseas, so it works. You also got to remember the same wave was going on with the Sam Smiths and everything. That was the same time. Adele, then Sam Smith, that whole wave of that blue-eyed soul that was coming in over, from across the pond. So she was an anomaly because for some odd reason, the general public loves to eat up some blue-eyed soul. Just saying. Okay. It's true. It's true.
All right.
Look at the multiple dudes that make a lot of money because they kind of sound black, but they don't. But they're not. And then people eat all that stuff. Eat it up. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, she's an anomaly, right? Now, I can't sit here and say that Beyonce is going to go and sing like Adele. Adele's like an opera singer. You know what I mean? She's got more of that opera type of, she stands there and she sings, right? And her voice is rich and full. Beyonce's voice is a little bit, I hate to say it like that, but it's like a little bit more of a thinner pop type of sound. You see what I'm saying? So that's why her voice fits perfectly with the music that she's got going on. You see what I'm saying? That's why you don't see Adele pop, lock, and dropping it and singing at the same damn time. That her voice is not that. You see what I'm saying?
So I have my own list. It's on my cell phone of top performers that I wrote down myself about a year ago.
You are a nerd. Okay,
I'm telling you.
Go ahead.
All right, so I had three tiers, right? And I only do
really
female
thought
right
about
now,
this,
since
bro.
Beyonce's on the table. All right, so
Go ahead.
Tier 1, Mahalia Jackson, Aretha Franklin.
Okay.
Whitney Houston.
Wait. Pause real quick. Are these in numerical order, or are these just like
no,
a list?
I just have three tiers. That's it. Yeah,
Okay.
So my tier 1 singers who are women.
Sorry, go ahead.
Mahalia Jackson, Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston, Amy Winehouse, Mariah Carey, Jennifer Hudson, and Celine Dion are my tier 1 female singers.
Celine Dion is a beast. I agree.
Yes.
As well.
All right.
Go ahead.
So tier 2, Lauryn Hill, Erykah Badu,
Okay.
Jill Scott,
Okay.
Alicia Keys.
Jill Scott is on the tier 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Tina Marie.
Okay.
Anita Baker.
Okay.
Deborah Cox.
Yes. How did you get here? That's a great song, baby. Go ahead.
Tony Braxton.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Kelly Price.
Okay.
As far as vocals, I'm the same.
Yeah, that's fine.
Selena.
Oh, Selena's.
Yeah,
Selena's.
Adele.
Okay.
And then tier 3, I have Brandy, Keisha Cole, Monica, Little Mo. I'm sure you know her. Angie Stone, Latoya Williams, and Sade and Beyonce.
Oh, wow.
As far as vocals.
Okay, now here's the thing. I agree. Beyonce is not the greatest singer alive, right? That's all I can say. I don't know where I would put her in the tiers, to be really honest, right?
I forgot Shaka Khan. I'm sorry, guys. Shaka Khan.
Oh, yeah, Shaka Khan can't sing.
She should be like tier 2 at least.
Yeah, Shaka Khan should be tier 2. Tier 2. I was going to say, you're missing out Keisha Cole, though.
I had her.
Bruh. Oh, she is? What tier she is?
Keisha is on tier 3 with Brandy.
Bro,
Monica.
you need to put her all the way up to the top. Have you heard her sing?
Yeah.
Have you heard her vocals, bro?
That's my girl. At times.
Oh my God! You gotta go all the way. She gotta go all the way up to the top. That girl got range. That girl can. She's hitting notes. You're like, what is she doing? And it's almost like she's exercising sex demons out of her body. You know what I'm saying? It's unbelievable.
At times, she was a bit shaky earlier in her career, so like,
okay,
I gotta
fine.
adjust that probably now.
Fine, that's fine. That's fine. All I'm saying is, holy cow, that girl can. That girl can sing. Okay, so wait. So you had Sade on there.
That's my girl.
Well, I mean, that's everybody. I mean, but she ain't singing. She's more of a crooner.
Oh, ouch! But yeah.
No, come on. When was the last time you actually heard her sing like do a run? Or just spin off the planet vocally? Not really. She's more of a vibe, and she's a crooner. She sings, and it's more about her tone. You see what I'm saying? It's more about the tone of her voice than it is actually her vocal prowess.
Okay.
You know, Celine Dion, vocal prowess. Whitney Houston, vocal prowess. Shaka Khan, vocal prowess. Aretha Franklin, vocal prowess. Jennifer Hudson, vocal prowess. You see what I'm saying?
I get the vocal thing. It's like saying Aaliyah can't sing, but Aaliyah's more like the Sade category where like she fits a certain tone. I get it, but they can hit ballads here and there. It is not known for ballads. I would say that.
Yeah, and here it is. Mariah Carey as well. Used to be, not so much anymore, but vocal prowess. She lost it.
Oh yeah.
Don't get me wrong. You know, like I love her old stuff. She's still dope in my personal opinion, but at the same time, because of doing it so much, doing millions of nights all the time, you know what I'm saying? Her voice gone down. You know what I mean? Her vocal prowess has gone down. You know what I'm saying? But that happens with age. You know, it just happens. Especially if you're not treating your voice right. If you're smoking cigarettes and drinking every single night, your voice is going to go to ish real quick. You know what I mean? Oh, and G.A. Rose, hold up. I love Sade. Do not get it twisted. I love Sade. My good God. Some of my favorite tracks are from her. So no, it's not that. It's not that. I am not trying to say that she ain't got skill. It's just a different. She's just a different. It's a different vibe. It's just different. You know, like I said, she ain't doing runs. She ain't doing all this crazy stuff. You know what I mean? But she's still an amazing singer. She's an amazing vocalist. You know, what she does is full on talent. But but there are plenty of So I can see where you put her. I get it. But I can't sit here and say, in regards to Beyonce, I can see where you put her. But I cannot sit here and say that she ain't got, that she doesn't deserve the place that she's at. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, she deserved it. She deserves it.
Same thing. Puffin just said Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande. Absolutely. Both amazing singers.
Gaga,
both amazing singers. You know what I'm saying? Lady Gaga's a little bit more Broadway. You know what I mean? She's a little bit more musical theater in her vocals, and Ariana Grande is a little bit more Mariah Carey. She leans more on that world for sure. And that's exactly how they're trying to brand her. You know, but at the same time, those are two really great singers too, but they're different styles. You see what I'm saying? So when I look at this, when I look at like something like this whole talk about Beyonce, right? That's why I keep thinking like it's not fair. Okay, all right, David, we'll be talking to you soon. Much love, man. Peace.
All right, see you, David.
But you know, when it comes to something like this, you know, it's like, when it comes to Beyonce, I think it is a very bold statement to turn to them and say, "Oh yeah, you know, she aight." You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think it's a bold statement, and I can see why people who are hardcore Beyonce fans, you know, the Beehive, going out of their way saying, "Shut up," to him. But at the same time, everyone's a critic. Not everyone's gonna like Beyonce. Not everyone's gonna like Jay-Z. The funny thing is moving on to Jay-Z really quick. So we're watching the Mayweather fight, right? The Mayweather Logan Paul fight. And after the fight was over, we got into a huge argument about Jay-Z. Me and the fellas were all having an argument about Jay-Z, whether he deserves the crown or not. And there were people in the room. It was very polarizing. Some people were like, yo, Jay-Z deserves every bit of love and clout that he's got. And some other people were like, nah, man, he doesn't deserve anything. There's plenty of other really great rappers that could wrap circles around this dude. And for him to be named one of the best rappers around is a stretch. But we put a lot of things into consideration. How much their influence is. The music that has gone, you know, multi-platinum, their you know, like their outreach, you know, their reach with their music. There's plenty of, like I said, there's plenty of greatest rappers alive out here, real talk, but they do not have the longevity nor the outreach, right, that Jay-Z has. And that's facts. And that could be very good business, etc. But at the same time, y'all tuned to the greatest, everyone loses their mind. Seriously. See what I'm saying? Everyone's like, oh, I know this song. And then they're rapping every word. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like there's a lot that you have to put in consideration, you know, when it comes to being an artist. It also has to do with how much outreach you have with your said music and how much your music's actually getting celebrated, right? Like if Jay-Z went out of his way to do a pop-up random show in the middle of, not Times Square, I'm saying like somewhere like in the middle of like outside, a few hours outside of Chicago, all types of mother lovers will be there. And they'll be rapping and singing every single last word of every single song that he performs. Why? Because he has great music. He has that kind of reach. And that place will be packed to the gills. Absolutely packed.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. So you have to put those things in consideration. How many records are spinning? How much of an outreach you have? Etc. How much what he has contributed to the rap game, to the genre of rap, is huge as well. You know what I'm saying? Neil just said dirt off your shoulder. Absolutely. That's literally what I was saying. Y'all doing the mother loving greatest. Boom. Everyone's like, oh, you automatically hear it dun, 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 in your head instantly. You know you did it. You know you did it, T. You're like, I don't want to do it, but I did it.
Props to the producer.
Yeah, props to the producer. Absolutely.
Jay-Z has great summer anthems every summer, so yeah, I give you that.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's hard. That's a skill. That's an absolute skill. There are plenty of really great rappers out there that are some of the greatest rappers out there alive, but they're not getting record play. They're not getting radio play. They don't have the latest whatever or the best, summer hit, hit for the summer. You know what I mean? That takes talent too. Andre 3000 is sick with his lyrics, man. He drops nothing but bars. Okay, he's all over the place. But at the same time, I'm sure he's considered one of the best, but how often has he, when was the last time he put out an album or a record that was just like bang? You got to remember this Jay-Z, as Chris CCC just said, and I concur up in this mother-loving building, that Jay-Z got songs. He got tracks. You got to put that into consideration just a little bit. That's what I think on it. Mm-hmm. What are you going to say, T?
But currently, the industry now is not even based off talent anymore. Of course. The industry right now is based off who has the most swag, who has the most popularity.
Absolutely.
Who's doing the most outrageous things. So the radio DJs, they have program producers who tell them what to play all day. The same 20 songs in rotation the whole entire day.
Absolutely.
So pure talent, you got to go out and find it on SoundClick or on YouTube or somewhere else, because you don't find it on the radio anymore.
No, you won't. And the funny thing is you got to remember that as well. Now it is all about a vibe. It's all about a look. Who's willing to put a tattoo on their face the quickest? Real talk. Who's willing to put a tattoo on their face the quickest, or put a diamond in the middle of their damn forehead? You know what I'm saying? Like, get it implanted in their forehead. Oh no, not that? Okay, let me get some implants for my teeth. Some diamond implants type stuff. I mean, that's really happening. You know what I mean? And a lot of times I'm like, somebody who wants to go and tattoo something on their face, I'm like, bro, you sure about that? You sure that this rap game is forever? Like, you sure about this, bro? Because how you going to get a job even at McDonald's? You sure about this, bro? Have you signed the contract? Has the ink dried on that contract? Are you sure for sure? Some dudes don't even give a damn. They just put it all in. I'm like, okay. That's fine. But at the same time, it really is like that now. It's all about a vibe. Who can do the most outlandish thing and be out there showboating and all that. And that's unfortunate how the rap game has kind of unfolded. But there still are really great artists out there that are making some really great music out here, that aren't doing the tattoos on their face and all that.
J. Cole.
J. Cole is a beast. J. Cole's a beast.
Kendrick
you know what
Lamar.
I mean? Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Even so, Drake. You know what I'm saying? Even though he got a gang of ghost
writers
and all that, he got a gang of ghost writers, but at the same time, he can do that. He got to be on top of his stuff all the time. So he's always trying to find that new hot thing, I'm sure, right? But Drake, even, I think he's good at what he does too. He's made a lane for himself as well. So, like I said, it's obviously it's a matter of opinion. Trick Daddy most definitely got his own opinion, and he has every right to have his own opinion on that for sure. But, with this situation, I guess, it just is what it is. I like Beyonce. I think she's got some really great songs. I mean, it's not like I rock Beyonce on the reg, but at the same time, like, I do appreciate her music. Whenever the stuff is on, I'm like, oh, I remember that song. That's a good one. You know what I mean? But, I leave it out to everybody else. You know what I mean? Comment down below. Let me know what you think on this whole situation with Trick Daddy and Beyonce. But I feel bad for Trick Daddy because he's going to be getting a whirlwind of trouble from the Beehive. Real talk. He literally stepped into a snake pit that he didn't even know he walked into. Real talk. And that's the tragic part about it. But anyway, guys, that is the show. Okay, I appreciate everybody for being on today. I really do appreciate it. Real talk. You guys are all really great. Thank you so much for tuning in, commenting. Thank you to David and, of course, to T. Thank you so much for being on today, my dude.
Oh, as always, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, man. But yeah, guys, that is the show. I do appreciate everybody for being on. Okay, if you haven't done it yet, please go hit that like button down below, okay? Even if you disagreed with what we were saying, like with 90% of what we were doing, what we were talking about. We work hard out here in these streets, okay? So please go hit that like button. Sorry, Mark Jones or Neil Taylor said, not Drake. But anyway, so please be sure to hit that like button down below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, okay? That would really mean a lot, okay? Do the show Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and Tuesdays through Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Unfortunately, there will not be any evening shows this week, but be sure to just go and hit that subscribe button and be a part of it, part of the show and part of the family. Of course, crush that join button, okay? We work hard out here in these streets for y'all. $4.99 a month helps fuel this show so we can keep giving you your stories of the day. So please be sure to crush that join button as well. Go over to the secondary channel if you haven't done that yet as well, and crush that subscribe button over there. It's called The Pascal Show Clips. It'd be greatly, greatly appreciated, okay? Anyway, it is time to get going. Stay up, stay positive, stay beautiful, be good to yourselves, be good to one another, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And guess what? Tomorrow will be my birthday. So we're going to turn up and have a great time tomorrow morning. So be sure to have your phones open and ready to dial in, because we're going to be chopping it up with everybody tomorrow from all over the world, because this show is international, baby. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center, a professional nuisance wildlife management company specializing in providing animal removal for residential, industrial, and commercial clients. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. Exactly which animal are we dealing with? How is the animal getting inside the home? What kind of damage is the animal doing to the structure? Once we get the answers to all of these questions, we develop and write up an action plan to resolve the animal issue completely and provide a quote to implement that action plan. We perform a very in-depth 70-point wildlife inspection. From visually inspecting the highest point, the chimney, to physically crawling inside the attic space and looking for animals, chewed wires, fecal matter, chewed structural wood. We inspect everything. Our inspection process covers all of the following 70 points: animal-proof chimney cap, roof ridge vents, roof to soffit junctions, dormer fascia, attic gable vents, gutter lines, fascia trim, garage door, utility penetrations, water, gas, electric, and cable, bathroom vents, attic roof ridge vents, attic electrical, wiring, junctions, boxes, and lighting, concrete decks, additions, wooden crawl spaces, basement plumbing, penetrations, ceiling, floor, and wall. Wildlife Command Center's mission is to deliver the finest quality wildlife removal and pest control service that is safe for the environment. For more information, call us now.